Yo. So, are you gonna come out to lunch with us or what?
Don't you have anything more to say than that, Coda? Get your ass up. Come on. Matsun's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today.
I'll just eat lunch here, okay?
Huh? You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass up, you little slut. Oh, maybe you started fucking guys on your lunch break now?
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Enough! Get your ass up!
What's the fucking holdup, Coda? You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So slow. I can't fucking stand you.
Well, damn. So much for my appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey, who the fuck said that? We're making you sick, huh? You guys talking about us?
You see anyone else being assholes? Of course he's talking about you.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old.
The fuck?
Ganging up on the same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable that it takes 3 of them to do the job.
Seriously, you guys? You're taking Coda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Koda-san? Just ignore these losers.
How low can you go? Calling someone a whore isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell? Hey!
She can dish it, but she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
He's right. He's totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yeah, Coda didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Exactly. So back off Koda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks. Get the hell out of here.
When you guys going to lunch, go choke on a chopstick.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Just get going, would you?
Yeah. Toss them out.
What in the hell is going on here?
Hey, Matsu. Fuck this.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Fuck it.
Wow. I've never seen those kids band together like that.
They all knew what was going on in there now. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happening right in front of you is wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
Yagami-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
It's just psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect. According to the psychologists, when a person witnesses an incident, there's 3 things that run through their mind if other people are in the vicinity. 1, if no one else acts, it must not be urgent. 2, if no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3, if I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action. I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their inability to act. Penguins are the same way. You ever seen a flock of them hesitating to take a leap into the sea? One takes the first plunge and the others all start following after him.
The first penguin, you say? It's a fascinating term for a display of bravery. I've heard it said that overseas in America, the first penguin is a symbol of respect.
So for Yagami-shi, that would mean your voice was the first penguin in that classroom.
I can't say for certain this resolved your bullying problem. But here's hoping it's at least a good first step.
They're gone. You should be safe from them for a while.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be wise for adults to intervene just yet.
I suppose your plan has... But it should be teachers and administrators handling these matters.
You know what? I couldn't...
Then if you'll excuse me.
Oh, come on, man. Lighten up a little. You didn't have to rub it in her face.
You know what she thinks? She thinks we're some bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
Well, then, I apologize on her behalf. Hard to admit this at my age.
Good stuff, Yagami.
Naturally.
Sorry, I have to take that. Hey, this is Yagami. Sure.
I have a rather urgent request for you. It concerns a trial we've been involved with.
Listen, sorry-san. I'm a little busy. I don't know if I can take a rush job at the moment. We aren't even in college. Right now. Actually, I'm in Yokohama.
Really? That's interesting.
I'm helping Sugiura out with a case for his new agency. We're on site right now. At Serio High School. Sorry-san? You there?
Serio High? Somewhere near Ijincho? Is that the school?
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago. It was all very sudden.
Huh. I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a Serio High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching credential.
Just a sec. How do you know so much about this?
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago. They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
Huh?
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
This is gonna end today?
Thing is, someone else knew Mikoshiba was dead, before the police even confirmed it. A sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court. The day Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No. The victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ehara.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no other way he could have known about the body.
Exactly. There's clearly more to Ehara than an officer turned groper. More than likely, he's an accomplice to murder.
Okay. So do we have a motive?
4 years ago, Ehara's only son hung himself in their home. He was a student at Serio High at the time. And the way Ehara sees it, his death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate, Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in the store?
It's highly likely. As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
You couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number one.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his attorney, I have to admit there's a chance Ehara planned this. Which means I've made a critical oversight. Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand. I need to reconsider both the harassment and the murder. Because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
All right. Well, what can I do for you?
Can you see if anyone at Sario High will talk about Mikoshiba? Right now, we need more information. And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
So, does this mean you're hiring me?
It does. Consider it in a minute.
Sì, ho controllato i percorsi su Virginia, non c'è soluzione. Se non ci spostiamo stanno giusto le luci, staccate, salta tutto. Siamo stretti come i tempi. Mi dispiace.
Okay, I'm on it. No better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
Ijincho, Yokohama, a harbor town where rotting secrets rarely stay uncovered. The deceased was a student teacher who had vanished from a high school Yagami was investigating. Yet the linchpin to this case, a police officer named Ehara, was arrested for a different crime, a train groping that shocked the nation. Upon hearing the verdict, Ehara gave the court an ominous revelation, that the son he had lost was avenged.
Before I go all in, can we go over the defendant's profile? That way I'll have something to work with.
Sure. Akihiro Ehara, age 53, senior officer with Tokyo PD, convicted of sexual battery. He'd been stationed in Shinjuku and lived alone in Tokyo. That is, until his arrest.
Lived alone? Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son Toshiro started at Sario High. Toshiro-kun ended up taking his life in his third...
And the couple never
Apparently his wife wanted nothing to do with him from that. That's it for
All right.
As for the charge, Ehara's maintained his innocence. Mind you, the prosecution has plenty against him.
The same footage the media was plastering on TV?
Yes,
True. And what about when they handed down the verdict? Ehara flew out.
Your Honor, Inaware the body belongs to a guy named Hiromi.
Ehara seemed convinced that Mikoshiba had bullied him and to get his justice. However, the court ruled against him, claiming there was no... I still need to dig into the court record of
Sounds
that
like
case.
I'm on deck then. I've got someone involved in the case right in front of
Who?
me. The chairman of Sario High.
Are you talking about...
I don't know how you pull these things off, Yagami-san.
I'm listening.
Mikoshiba's murder hasn't been made public yet, so please don't go around talking about it. The Kanagawa police will investigate the school soon enough. And
They'd show us the door, lock it behind them, and probably charge us with obstruction.
exactly. Oh, and before I send you Mikoshiba's photo...
What's that?
Ehara's ruling was the day before. That means we only have 13 more days to potentially... If we don't make our move, Ehara will walk... And once his case is closed, It would take a miracle to get it reopened.
Right.
I'm sorry to give you a time limit instead of a viable...
Don't worry. I'll have to make do.
Thanks.
Yo.
Sorry. Actually, Kaito-san, can I fill you in later?
Hmm? May I?
You sure can. Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right?
How do you have that photo?
I'd like to ask a bit about him.
What is it you need to...
I'm afraid I can't give you any details. I'm sure you understand. It's a matter of... I know that isn't much consolation. But if it's any comfort...
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was
I
officially
promise.
report...
I'll tell you everything I can when I can. I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba...
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks, originally. He'd nearly finished his... It was as if all was well. Or, at least, that...
Were you two not that close?
No. We had barely...
Wasn't there a pretty
However, in the subsequent lawsuit, the court found no evidence...
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us.
Well, the tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh...
Well, you say that. Yet why would the head of a school, hired potentially even out of...
Well, for one thing, then there's the issue of bullying being recorded and shared online. You know what kind of fires... I should mention, I'm the one who takes the fall for it. My own
That's
privacy...
fair. But what that still doesn't answer...
I'm...
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago, captured up in Tokyo. The man was an active duty police officer, you already knew. After all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his...
Well, that's...
And now that he's in the spotlight, any more problems... The police would dig up that suicide in no time. Regardless of... They might even reach the conclusion you would... I get the feeling that's why we're really here.
Oh, I see now. Our job's to sniff out any bullying.
That's simply not
You
true.
sure about that? The thought never even crossed you.
Perhaps it did. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I'd grow sick with worry that it could
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to
In that case, you should speak with Sawa-sensei.
Her? Great.
See? I told...
How was I supposed to know?
So, would
No,
you like
thanks.
me to call...
I should go see her myself.
In that case, you may want to go downstairs
Perfect.
and see...
I've got another chance to
Sorry,
shoot
Kaito-san, but I'm fielding this one alone.
I don't understand the mean...
If I had time to explain, I would.
I'm sorry. Did you need something, sir?
Oh.
She should be back shortly.
Well, I just need to have a quick word with her is all. Maybe you could tell me where her desk is?
It's right over there.
Thank you.
What the?
Hey, what the?
What are you doing here? I thought...
Yes, well...
Such as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro
What?
Mikoshiba. I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring him as a teacher. I believe this was...
Why do you, of all people, want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure.
Is that really all you can tell me?
I said that's all.
You know what, let's start over. Why don't we... You were already a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Mikoshiba-kun's name came...
Yes, but...
So he wasn't involved in any teasing?
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, and during his time in training, I was...
He's not the type to bully, then?
I would say...
Then why would those rumors exist?
You're asking the wrong person. 4 years ago, the...
You mean... Well, I'm sure you...
Yes, but what of it?
I believe Ihara-san still thinks his son killed himself.
Let me ask you
By all
something.
means.
What are you trying to accomplish? If that wasn't enough, you got security called on you. You clearly... You should have had the sense to leave long
Believe me, once I learn what I need about Mikoshiba...
In that case, you've already got every...
One last question. You and the chairman both mentioned how Mikoshiba-kun got along with this. Anyone in particular that...
The kid Mikoshiba-kun was in that club back when he was a student. Apparently he was showing up to their practices.
The basketball club. That includes the gang from before, right?
Yes. They all spent quite a bit of time with him.
All right. With that, I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate your time, Matt. Sawa-sensei.
Just a minute!
Kaito-san, you there? Tell me you're still on campus.
Why? You suddenly decide you need me after all?
Man, don't be like that.
You enjoy playing teacher's pet with Sawa-sensei?
You mean, did I enjoy getting eviscerated by her? She hates my... That aside, I did get some interesting intel. And that's where I want to find those bullies in the basketball club. Think you can fly the...
So I do have a purpose.
Thanks. I'll start scoping out the...
Close one. Almost got it.
Huh?
You're Koda-san from Class 2 too, right? Basketball too?
Yeah?
And questions about a student teacher who taught classes here named Mikoshiba?
Ow! Really? Yo, you read me talk? That posse of little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
Hey! Why are you still here, asshole? Who the hell are you, anyway?
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck!
Coda! Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy?
I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Mikoshiba, a student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
Don't bother trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I want to bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
You wiped the floor with us yesterday. Only fair for you to take a handicap.
I don't mind at all. Sure. All good. But it's still gonna be pretty one-sided.
You're so full of shit. I'm gonna kick your ass!
You've got a lot of guts for your age, kid. But come on. You really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go!
Just what on earth is going on in here?
Hey. Let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Huh?
Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am. We were just horsing around a bit. Right?
Just horsing around is right.
You really are unbelievable. Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property? How many times must I tell you to leave our school alone?
For what it's worth, the chairman asked me to be here.
Oh, good. How should our chairman explain you to the mob of irate parents that will be at his door any second now? Don't worry, there's a very good reason we hired these ragtag detectives to spy on and beat up your kids.
Not the words I'd use.
If I hear anything else about you, anything, I'm going straight to the press. I'm under no obligation to cover for anyone. Oh, and your attire is atrocious. When you show up at a school, at least try to look the part. Now go home.
You hear all that, Kaito-san? I have a funny feeling I'm not wanted here. Can I talk to the chairman real quick?
I'm afraid Sawa-sensei's made her point clear. Perhaps it's best you take your leave. After all, you've satisfied the bulk of my request.
Wait. Okay, how about this? That way, I can stand...
But you can't teach without...
No, but I do have a lawyer.
You're a lawyer? Well, that certainly is...
Can't we work something out?
I'm afraid something, although... There is always the off chance that you can...
Oh, yeah. Do you happen to have a kung fu club? I've got a few tricks I could show some...
No, there's nothing of the sort. And on that note...
That's...
Me again. I say it's time we hightailed it out of here. No use sitting around on our asses, right?
I can't. Not until I find something for Sar...
Suit yourself.
Aha! Stop right there!
Huh?
I knew it.
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have.
I'm sorry, but...
They always say perpetrators return to the scene.
Monsieur Voyeur?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't...
Oh, no, you don't. I have irrefutable... You're wearing the exact...
Okay, what is happening? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? In fact, I'm probably not the only person...
Your shoes... You see, before the perverter, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black...
Huh?
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are... Which means you came bumbling back to this while wearing the very Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing the
Mystery Research Club.
Now, if you'll follow me to the...
just... There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on me. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really... With so many people on campus, any number of them...
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the car. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with me. Why don't you just give it... There's no escape, sir. I have even more... The camera may be gone, but fortunately, with that, I determined everything. Turns out it's an online exclusive. Were I to supply this information to the police, after all, the shop would have no choice but to... Do I need to spell it out? Therefore, I think it would be... A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, so I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible.
I will agree to one thing only, and make no mistake. I will not be misled by diversion, threats, Hold it right there! If you run away, my evidence goes straight to the police!
Hey, look at me. Do I really look like a pervert who'd sneak into a...
Well...
Right? So,
But
drop the
I
mystery.
would be an utter fail. No matter where or when the story, this trope carries over into the real world as well.
Really?
If you think you can fool this
Suspicious.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right?
So what if
I saw your flyer.
You're not wrong. Our current on top of that, the chairman's been but your arrival marks our revival. It would also prove the value of the
Well, that all sounds fine on paper. But you'll need a competent professional in your area of interest.
When you put it that
Right? How about you make me
You?
Why
Advise-
not? A Kamurocho-based detective.
You're a detective.
Oh yeah. I was asked to come investigate your school. That's about.
So then, the hidden.
I'll let you deduce that yourself. But I will say one thing. I'm here.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, rather, who was he trying to see?
Listen, I don't mean. As I was trying to say, becoming your advisor could work out. I'm not done here by a long shot.
Really?
Sawa-sensei. She thinks that. But if I were to advise your club, so what do you think? It's a win. Oh, and if it's experience you want.
The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstance, but I will not be persuaded, so I propose a
test.
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first, see if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa, Kyoko's younger brother. Also the MRC's bodyguard. When your sister's as nose...
Please have a seat, Yagami.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you. So, Amasawa-san, back to the topic at hand here. So, getting back to this test...
Yes. So, that being said, I'd also be a fool to take you at your...
Well, the caution is...
Then you shouldn't mind if I test, but once that will either accept you as our...
I get the picture.
Actually, we've been dealing with a rather...
A risk here,
Well, it's Yagami-san. Have you ever heard...
You mean a younger girl getting paid?
You know it. Now, our current case involves... It seems that one of our dance club girls has grown a Unfortunately, I've yet to...
All you know is... Well, I understand why... She in danger?
The issue at hand is that she... Well, we found this out online, but apparently this girl's pretty infamous for what they... She strings the mark along, going on a few dates for an agreed-upon sum. But then she goes in for the... She gets a large upfront payment for promising to seal the deal.
Okay, I can see how that might make her enemies, but that's on the... I mean, he's paying to date an underage girl and he's...
You're not wrong. Problem is, her latest mark, I believe rape and murder were his choicest threats.
Oh, yeah.
And now he has his gang... I'd say that establishes the risk. As soon as we found out, we...
Yeah, I get it now. If we don't act, she
I
could
think we're finally... After all, the truly artful detective...
That's... Could you tell me what the mystery...
So, primarily, we function as a bud when the opportunity, and by that...
Oh, you mean go sleuthing. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this. If we could all be armchair detectives...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is, say our investigatory senses were to draw us toward a mystery that... Why, letting such a case slip away would be anathema to our...
While I do admire your passion...
Then shouldn't we hand you off to the authorities?
Well, now...
I take it you see my point then. Some
You make some valid... In any case, now that the situation... Just tell me where to start.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his... From helpless old woman to shifty-eyed vagrant. He just...
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep. Any detective, you're going to infiltrate the dance club as an advisor.
Wait, you want...
If it's required, then yes. I want you to win their heart. Those girls are a close-knit group. However, if a cool new stranger gained their trust...
But how am I supposed to be a convincing advisor if I've never...
That's okay. It's rare for their advisors to get up and do it themselves. They generally teach from...
Oh, great.
If it's any consolation, their current advisor never even shows up. So, you'll all just give them a few pointers, act authoritative, and soon enough, you'll be their closest
Easy peasy? To teach something I know nothing about?
I'm sure you can figure that out. That is, if you really are...
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know? I guess I'll have to prevail.
Good, then let's move. The dance club will be... They're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san. But I think you'd make a pretty
Huh?
Right there.
Something smells...
Sayaka Nishizono. I'd like...
Hey, aren't you...
Amasawa from the
Oh, great. What do you want with us?
Calm down. I'm not here to preface this. I know...
Yeah, apparently
right,
we got
and it must be...
Yeah, and we've got a meet coming up.
I see. And the stars...
What? Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem desperate, but it's not like we need any favors.
Don't worry, you don't owe me for this. I'm offering you a potential advisor as a token of goodwill.
Potential advisor?
Let's not sweat the small stuff. The important thing is, Yagami-san here said he'd agree to help you with your routine as a stand-in...
Help with their routine?
Oh my gosh, really? You know, I can tell... So how long...
I'm not.
Oh, I've been literally racking my brain.
Whoa.
Yagami-san, this is your Reichenbach Falls moment. You need... Don't you get it?
No?
We've been practicing and practicing, but something about our... We all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, so all that should be... But it feels like we're still missing something. It's really kind of down to the wire to be figuring this stuff out. So can I ask...
you know...
I shouldn't have to say this, but...
And
you need to tell...
I think you guys could use a bit...
Really? I thought they were all pretty synced up.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So, the music's not but it'll take more than your average dance mix to stick it. Have you considered traditional enka?
Enka? But we can't just...
They have the rhythm, they know their moves, but she told you all. Besides, it'd be the more...
Isn't your routine a little tame?
Spice it up. You mean like we need skimpy...
What part of this is a high school?
Yeah. I think your performance could use a little more flair.
Flair?
Well, you're already in perfect sync, but you were right. It needs something that's gonna lead...
I see what you mean. Maybe we are just... If only we could come up with better... Oh! Maybe...
Ah. Let's take apart what could give you the edge you need. Why not incorporate...
Did you just...
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and punches, or not...
That's... Actually, yeah. And it's not like... But we don't know the first thing.
Well, you're in luck. Kung Fu happens to be...
No way!
It's my own style. You'll...
Perfect! So
guess...
sweet! Then let's... let's see some ass-kicking dance,
really?
Of course! How else are we gonna learn? We'll get to analyze your moves, your footwork, your breathing. We'll learn from the...
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff...
So, you're not gonna help...
If you're giving up after stringing them along this far...
Hold it.
Huh?
You know what? I've never done this before, though.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, what we'll do first is, while you're watching, keep...
Sure.
Okay. In there.
Whoa. But you know what?
That's a spirit. Ready for the music?
Okay, let's go.
Yagami-san, you're a fish. Incredible.
Oh, he's amazing! That was amazing! Wow! Wait, is that could never do that? Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't knock someone out! See it?
Oh, look at that! Did you see that? Yagami-san, what was that just now?
Believe me, winning is part skill.
I don't think a seasoned athlete could pull that off.
Yagami-san, that was incredible! You're not just a pro,
Wow.
you're a master!
You're giving
no
an
way
amateur way
an
too-
amateur, maybe you don't realize it, but you have a gift for this. Well, whatever you call it, you seriously
Hey,
saved our
I'm
neck.
just glad it all...
Ever since our advisor stopped showing, and we could all...
If you guys will...
Oh, you're the best!
I think
Huh?
it's time...
So, did I...
Indeed, you have. Honestly, I'm still in every time I've tried to approach her.
Gee, I wonder what...
Well, all the more reason we...
Oh,
Yeah. Also, I have another theory.
Yeah?
So, a hype spreading through the news like wildfire. Put those pieces together, and you... But I wouldn't want to hamper any important... At any rate, Yagami-san, I'll go ahead. That is to say, I'll formally...
That'd be great. But do you really think they'll hire me?
Sure, so long as you're official. Also, we do need another faculty. Their only responsibility is signing. Our school makes you jump...
Yeah, sounds like they won't let...
Yep. Nope. The chairman act... Well, I made him promise might be a bit more active.
What? Really? He told me the club's already had advisors and left it at that.
Typical. I doubt he wants to actually keep his word. After he probably thinks the MRC is a big enough...
I wonder why.
Well, with all that said, welcome to the Mystery Research Club. Can't wait to see a
Hey, you'll get your chance.
Oh, when you have a spare moment, could you join? I'd like your advice on another case we're monitoring.
What, you've got something besides the sugar baby?
Yes. And in fact, the sugar baby may be but a single thread, but that's a lot to do.
Okay. Not quite sure how to process that. Hey guys, how we all doing? Sweating it out on some layups?
Who are you?
My name's Yagami. I've been the MRC's and I need to ask the basketball club a few questions. There was a student teacher who used to hang around here as
Oh yeah, Mikashiba-san.
Anyway, he stopped showing up out of nowhere. Okay, scratch that.
I wouldn't say jerk, but he was... Yeah, I mean...
The club was really good back in his day.
So?
I guess. Wait, where's
from class 2 too? I don't...
Something special about
Well, yeah. Koda's
Star pupil? I do know who you're talking about, by the way.
In a way, Mikoshiba-sensei worked her harder because she hadn't played basketball till high school.
See, most of us already had tons of experience, so anyone starting as late as now has to be really athletic. To keep Mikashiba-sensei knew that too. I'd say him looking after Koda did us all a favor.
Sounds like the model instructor.
If you say so. But I'm not sure. Mikashiba-sensei might have just thought it was tough love, but I think he went over like, he'd make her shoot and then go, "See? That was how
Are you saying he would mock her?
Hey,
that makes it
wasn't Mikashiba-sensei the one who started the whole arousing thing?
That's not true. She's got a nice chest, too.
That's fair. Anyway, when Mikoshiba-sensei stopped coming, the guys in 2-2 were all...
Okay, what did Koda do to him?
Are you implying they had a relation?
Beats me. Mikashiba-sensei
Yeah, people like to gossip, but maybe Koda...
Writing on her hand. Last thing. Where are Koda-san and the others?
No. Everyone...
Maybe they're still...
Okay, then I...
You spacing out on me?
You can't face us because you're weak. Newsflash, you're nothing.
Yeah. Think about us for a second.
Maybe she feels special after what happened at lunch. Like people...
Doesn't give you the right to ditch practice.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! You think we're letting a stuck-up bitch like
You guys still haven't learned to play
This fucking guy.
Attention students! Be on the lookout.
If I were you, I'd watch my mouth around a club.
Say what?
I'm Yagami, from the Yagami Detective Agency.
Bullshit.
I guess word hasn't gotten around? Maybe I'll let a few wisecracks, but mark my words, I'll be here every day.
We better...
Yeah, you do that. Oh, and, not very nice, are they? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Koda-san, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but he started training as a teacher here. At the time, did you know maybe he seemed troubled? Or you saw him hang...
What?
The basketball club members think you and Mikoshiba might have...
They said that?
Well, I suppose there wasn't much truth to what I'd heard then. Don't sweat it. Just so you know, I'm actually going to be hanging around here at the school for a little while longer. If it's cool, I hope we can find a way to be friends.
See ya.
Wait a sec. Earlier today, it was your voice that I heard, wasn't it? I just never expected anyone to actually stand up for me in school. But you could say I didn't really stand up to them for myself much either. We all just treated it like it was a normal thing. Sometimes people would even laugh about it. But then, today, something changed.
Leave her alone.
Everyone suddenly decided to take a stand like they'd seen enough. I couldn't believe it. But that first voice, the one that told them to stop, that was your voice, wasn't it, Yagami-san?
Who could say?
I knew it. It was you. Thank you so much for that. Today was eye-opening. I never thought about how horribly I was being treated until everyone stood up for me. What's more, it made me see that I was strong. In fact, I finally stood up to the basketball kids.
So you did. Is that what made you decide to quit the club?
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball in a real team. I used to read this manga that made it look so cool. In a comic, even if you're a terrible player, the team always tries to lift you up. I tried. I wanted it to work, even if all they did was tear me down. But today, I just up and quit. That's not cool at all, is it?
You did nothing wrong, Koto-san. Truth is, there's a lot of injustice in the world that goes unseen. And some people decide it's easier to be part of the problem than be part of the solution. The kind of people who only feel joy when they see others in pain. You can only do so much to make people see the light. At some point, you've just gotta let them go. You know what I mean? Then there's no shame in quitting.
But Yagami-san, I think you can only say that because you're such a strong person.
Okay. In that case, we won't call it quitting.
Huh?
You can play. Doesn't have to be with the basketball club. If you practice, you wouldn't even need a school basketball club to get to where you want to be. If this sport is what you want to do with your life, I guarantee you there's going to be a path for you to take. And all you have to do is find that path. I mean, it's got to be out there. And then you don't have to call it quitting.
I don't know about that. Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't that be cheating?
Come on, try to work with me here.
So, the MRC, you're the advisor? Yagami-san?
Yeah. If you need anything, you just let us know. Anything at all. For example, if you hit any more trouble with those basketball club kids, you find me.
Sure.
You've got this.
Oh, Mr. Detective. Yagami-san, right?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be at practice with everyone else?
Yeah, well, remember Matsune and Sakaki? You know, the two other guys I'm always hanging around? They're ready to talk to you about Mikoshiba-sensei now.
Huh.
Well, Detective, I think they have a lead for you. Hey, you know, Mikoshiba-sensei talked. That is, if you wouldn't mind starting fresh with all of us.
Oh. Turning over a new leaf, are we?
We kinda have to. How else are we gonna get good college recommendations? It would really bite us in the ass if you went and narked on us. So... will you at least hear us out? Matsune and the rest are just upstairs. nice guy.
Okay. I see where this is going. The next floor up is for third years, right? You wrote.
Wow, you don't even. How are we supposed to become upstanding citizens?
Fine. I'll hear you out. Tell your friends I'm on my way.
Really?
Over here, Yagami-san! Sorry to drag you all the way up here for this.
You wanted to talk to me? About Mikoshiba-sensei?
What? I can't hear a word you're saying, man. Why don't you come closer so we don't have to shout?
Yeah, let's get this over with. So many of you. You guys all know Mikoshiba-sensei?
Nah, that's not how our senpai friends roll. They know the Yokohama Liumang.
Yokohama Liumang? You mean the local gang?
Hell yeah. I've got a friend who's in deep with those guys. I scratch their back by bringing them chicks to hang out with, and they scratch mine by tipping me for it. It's a pretty sweet deal, actually. Also, we've got a little thing going. I get to drop the Liumang name if I need him to handle some business.
So you sell them girls in exchange for honorary membership? You need to find better friends.
Don't talk to me like you know me. I stay on their good side and I get my personal bodyguards. I work with the tools I've got to get to the top.
So you got it all figured out, don't you, kid? But you're missing the big picture. They're gonna turn the tables so fast you won't know what hit you.
I'll keep that in mind. But I wouldn't worry about me right now. You're the one who's got the real problem on his hands.
You get it? From now on, if you even lay a finger on us, you offend the Yokohama Liumang, and they'll take that personally. You see what deep shit you're in here, Yagami-san?
So how about it? You know how to say you're sorry? Cash for our pain and suffering.
Oh yeah? How much are we talking here? Grand?
$1 million. If you're short, I'd be happy to hook you up with a loan shark. I know a guy who lends for the Seiryu clan Yakuza.
First it's a gang, now it's the Yakuza. Keep bringing adult shit into this, I'm gonna start treating you like one.
Huh?
You wanna see what happens to gang members? I'll show you.
You sure you want to do that? We're gonna charge you extra.
Oh, you got this shit down, Matsui. Let's take this asshole down! Fuck him up!
Let's go! Watch this!
And stay down. Ugh, my eyes! Cheap shot.
Can't see? got you now! No, you don't! Huh? What? Did he just jump off?
Nah. He's just hiding in the dark. Like a scared little cockroach. You guys go look for him and tell me when you find him.
Okay, sounds good. Senpai.
You guys follow me. Well,
sure, I'll come with.
Senpai's the toughest around, and the cool.
Ah, well. All for my...
Tastes good, Senpai?
So you came all this way
Hey, Akane!
Okay, I'm on it.
You guys better watch out. If your teacher on the other hand, you guys could use...
Huh?
Bastard! So this is...
Now, don't give me that smug look.
Come on!
You're walking away.
Come get some! Watch Jeez.
He's too good at this, man.
That still sound like a good idea?
No, we were just...
Then from here on out, we're... Tell me everything you know about Mikoshiba.
Mikoshiba-sensei showed up to practice. Kind of a pain in the ass.
As soon as our coach would leave, it's like... And if even one of us left, that made it obvious.
So Mikoshiba was a special...
Yeah, because she's such a... Only thing she did...
You gang up and belittle a single defenseless... Listen up. Foul play could...
Hey, you think maybe...
This isn't the time for...
Have you talked to Sawa-sensei yet?
All she told me was how exemplary he was, and that he looked out for you guys.
Huh?
Why? Something off about that?
It's just... I actually brought that up to him, and it turns out the...
Rumors?
Back when Mikoshiba-sensei was a student, one of his classmates, and Sawa-sensei suspected him of... I don't think he ever really...
Really?
Oh, yeah. I
teach English, and that's when, during his time in training...
What did she really think about Mikoshiba? Hi there. Has Sawa...
Actually, she's in...
So then she's at it.
Yes.
Gotcha. Hey. Suspicious. What the?
Pardon. Yagami-san. Those men are with the Kanagawa police. They said they're here to make inquiries about Mikoshiba-kun's disappearance.
And they asked to see Sawa-sensei too?
Yes. But I have to ask, can you tell me what's really going on? You were asking questions about...
Two months ago, a young man named Hiro Mikoshiba went missing during his stint as a student teacher. Mikoshiba quickly becomes the center of attention when his rotting corpse is discovered. And Yagami scours the school for any clues left behind. Rumor has it, Mikoshiba drove a classmate to suicide in his student days. A rumor that the school faculty is seemingly unable to deny.
Yagami-san, why are you still here?
Because I care. Now, if you're open to the idea, you think we could walk and talk?
Why? So you can grill me with more questions?
I figured they'd come knocking sooner or
Then
later.
you knew Mikoshiba-kun was murdered, didn't you? And that's why you've been snooping around our school.
You're not wrong, but...
If you knew Mikoshiba was murdered...
Because that information's not...
Well, yes.
What sort of...
I thought I was supposed to keep...
Cute.
Now I'm going to ask you one last time. Please, stay off... I mean, what if you end up injuring a student? It would be a nightmare.
Nobody's getting injured.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I should probably... I have the chairman's approval.
What?
I think we're getting side...
No. Oh, and he's dead.
My condolences.
That was all we found out. The police, they hardly gave us room to...
Yeah, sounds like an interrogation.
Is there anything else?
Actually, there is.
What?
For example, take Akihiro Ehara. A man who took this... Mikoshiba came up even.
Ehara-san?
So the police really are keeping their lips.
Must you always be so...
It's possible Ehara-san...
What?
Despite being incarcerated... This was before the Kanagawa police had even...
And... was it really...
A court would say being in jail...
How do you know all this, Yagami?
I'd tell you, but I showed you one of my...
Huh?
I've heard you weren't as big a fan of Mikoshiba as you...
This...
You knew he was a bully all along. But yesterday... I just want to get the story. Did you have a sudden change of heart? Or were you lying to me for something?
It's not that simple.
Oh, one more thing I learned today. It was pretty sadistic for a would-be teacher.
That's enough.
Then it's not. And I think it's also... This is murder we're talking about here. Sorry?
Everyone keeps saying Ehara's son.
Right.
Now, if you'll excuse me...
Sawa-sensei, please!
9 o'clock tonight. I'll be...
We'll finally have a real talk?
Something like that.